Trust Judith to always come through with a tutorial I never miss. You guys, let's transform this beautiful damsel. This is a beauty enhancement literally because this babe is beautiful. So to begin, always my skin prep. I always start with my skin prep, but I clean the skin off camera and I sprayed my hydrating spray from Kiss Beauty as usual. Went ahead to prep her lips with my Nia Beauty, and this is the snail mucin for Cosrx. This I use it as a serum. It also hydrates the skin for me. You guys, I love hydrating the skin. It just plumps the skin and make the skin alive for you because if your skin is well hydrated, trust me, your foundation is going to apply very seamlessly. So do not always just hydrate the skin. Do not skip your hydration. Be generous with your hydration, you guys. So I extended my skin prep to the neck because of course I'm going to take my makeup there. Use the fan to increase the drying process, and I'm using my Olay Complete Lightweight Moisturizer because we are going to be doing a matte finish, like a soft matte finish, you guys. So this Olay Complete Lightweight Moisturizer is an oil-free moisturizer, completely oil-free. So you guys blend this properly into the skin and make sure it absorbs properly into the skin. Keep extending this to the neck because of course product is going to get to that part. And this is the power seal from Miss Metica. Do not miss this step when I'm doing my makeup because this is going to control the oil for me on the T-zone. She has an oil skin, so we're trying to secure that T-zone. So this is like a toner, but it's like a makeup toner. It just controls the sweat and controls the oil. So you have to make sure this is completely dry before going into the next product. And the next product I'm using in this video is my Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. Because we're creating a matte finish, I'm using this matte primer all over her skin, but it's not like a dry primer. So I went ahead with my Gentle Dove mattifying primer on the T-zone because we are still securing the T-zone, you guys. Make sure you secure that T-zone and let it not move because this beautiful client of mine was going for a photo shoot and I have to make sure her makeup stays as long as she was going to wear because I was not going to stay there for touch up. I didn't go with her to the studio. So for foundation, this is a the foundation. I mixed my Huda Beauty, the Nuban Beauty, and the Melanin foundation. This foundation looks a little bit light on her skin, but you guys, it's completely intentional because the Huda Beauty oxidizes, and when you oxidize, it's just get like a little bit darker. So I just went ahead because I know my product. Another key tip to achieving like a flawless look, a beautiful look, is knowing your product. Know your products, know how they work, and what you can use them for. Know what your product looks like when it oxidizes. It's going to help you so much in achieving a flawless look. Because if you know your product, you know what they stand for, you know how to use them, you know how it works. So just make sure you know your product. Get yourself a product awareness, like do product awareness for yourself. Get your products and make sure you know what they work for, each product works for. So I use my brush to apply this and I'm using my beauty sponge to just smoothing everything into the skin. So this is time for blush. I used the Nuban Beauty blush in that's the pink shade. I have no idea why I applied this so much blush on her skin. Do I wanted so much blush on her skin, but I don't know why it's this much. But trust a blush girl to always, be extra with my blush. I wanted this blush this much, you guys. So I went ahead to contour her skin or warm up her skin rather, like bronze it. Doing that, I mixed my Ingloss foundation in 113 and black opal stick foundation in beautiful bronze to do that. So I'm just taking very little quantity. Always cultivate the habit of building up. So I usually use little quantity. So to highlight her skin, I'm using just two concealers, the Kevin Akoi concealer in number 6 and the Nuban Beauty concealer in 041. So I'm currently using the Kevin Akoi concealer to just conceal, and I'm going to use the Nuban Beauty to highlight her skin. So I apply very little because I'm still going to use the Nuban Beauty. So I apply very little. Now I'm blending this into her skin. You guys just take it easy and gently on the skin. See how the blush and everything is coming together, right? So that was the look I wanted. So I like to apply my blush before my concealer and my contour or my bronzer because it's just going to help me blend everything together. The color of the blush is just going to sink into the concealer and also sink into the bronzer. It just gives me that very sweet sun kiss effect on the skin. So I'm currently applying the Nuban Beauty concealer on the skin. This is a little bit too much, but it was intentional because I wanted to really glam her up. I want like a full coverage look, so that's why I went for this. It's a photo shoot glam, like her birthday photo shoot, and I wanted her really glammed up, so that's why I went for a full coverage. So this is me blending the Nova Beauty concealer in 041 into her skin, and this is just highlighted enough for me. Always blend and blend and blend. So to set under the eyes, I'm using my Mirac setting powder in ginger. Like this is like the best setting powder in Nigeria. Or let me see my favorite Nigerian brand setting powder. If you're sleeping on Mirac setting powder, please wake up from your sleep. So I'm setting this very little quantity. When I'm setting the skin or putting anything on the skin, I don't like packing product. So this is me just setting, picking little quantity, going back to my container to take more, because if it's not enough I can add, but if it's too much I cannot reduce. So this I'm using setting powder to just lift her face a little bit. This is going to give me like a face lift, like it's lifting her face. Some people do this with concealer, but I like doing this with powder because it just does the job for me and it's easy to blend. Because at this point, applying a cream product is going to be really tricky. So I'm setting her the bronzer, like I'm warming up her face with this melanin powder in the shade warm. So this just did it for me. I'm just warming up her face a little bit. I'm not applying so much product. So I'm setting or contouring her nose rather. I didn't do cream contour in this video because I wanted to do just powder contour. I wanted it like really, really very, very soft. So this is just what worked for me for this video. So to set all over her face with powder, I'm mixing the Nuban Beauty powder in number one and my melanin powder in medium. So I'm just taking very little quantity, picking and going back to the compass to pick more. And you guys see how that's the blush that looked as if it was too much in the beginning, how everything blended in. So this was just the look I wanted for her. So I skipped the eyeshadow because I wanted it really, really detailed for you guys. So I did it in another video. I'm going to be leaving the link of the eyeshadow in this video once it drops, but just stay tuned to my channel for when it drops. And at this point, if you're not subscribed to my channel, you are wrong. Subscribe to my channel, turn on post notification to my post, share my videos with your friends, and be my family member. So for the lip, I lined with a brown. I lined first with my Davis brow pencil, and I'm using a brown from my Eye Magic palette to just blend this in a little bit. So I just used a pink from my Eye Magic lip palette inside her lips, and I'm just blending that into the skin. The lip balm I had beneath the lipstick, the cream lipstick, is just helping it blend properly. So I asked her to smack, and I just kept on blending, blending, blending until I am satisfied. You guys, it's always easier to ask your client to smack. So I wanted this to look more natural. So I went into it with my concealer. The concealer I used in this video is the Elegant concealer in Fawn, and I blended that out. The look I was going for was just this look. I don't know how to explain it, but like a soft bronze glam look. Went ahead to gloss using my classic lip gloss to do that, the classic clay gloss. It does it for me all the time, and it's really, really affordable. So if you don't have the classic clay gloss yet, make sure you buy it. You don't want to be sleeping on good things. So I applied the gloss on her lips, blended it out, and when you're doing gloss, don't say it's just gloss. Please blend it out properly. So I had, like, when I was applying the false lashes, this little glue touched under her eyes. So I went ahead to, I just let it dry out completely, then use my spoolie to take it off. So this is me trying to blend the face, doing the finishing touches, taking off excess powder from her eyes, and I'm spraying her face currently with the Melanin Make It Last setting spray. This is like a matte spray, and I use my lash pack to fan the face to increase the drying process. I have the mini fan, but the mini fan I just feel like it's very slow for me. So this, I'm using my beauty sponge. I let it dry almost completely, like 95%. I'm using my beauty sponge to seal everything into the skin. This is going to help me erase every powdery effect. So for highlighter, I'm mixing this Milk and Fantasy from the Tequila Cosmetics highlighter stroke blush set to, highlight her skin, and it's just giving. Just very little quantity because I didn't want to pack so much. Moving on, still on the highlighter, I went into the cream highlighter. This is the shade Coral from Miss Metic, the Miss Metic Glazed Balm. I just put it on the back of my palm, use my beauty blender to pick it up and just blend it into her skin. I blended it on the high point of her face, and also I spreaded excesses to her skin area just for it to give me like that uniform look. So when you're doing this, please do not pack so much product. It's important for you not to pack so much product. So when I'm done, it's time to seal this face, seal everything together. Doing that, I'm using my Supro Silly Spray. I let this dry. I still use my lash pack. This is like the cover of my lash pack to fan the face and just make sure it dries up completely. Then to erase that plenty shine, I use my beauty sponge to just dab on it. And this beauty sponge is the one I use, so it still has like a little product on it. So if you're using a beauty sponge that doesn't have like product on it, just tap it into your pressed powder and set it into the skin. It's going to help you reduce those shine because this soap setting spray can be shiny sometimes. So I went ahead to use my mascara for her lower lashes, and this is a finished look of this video. I totally enjoyed creating this look. I hope you enjoy watching this as much as I enjoyed creating this look. And at this, we've come to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. Turn on the post notification to my post so you'll be the first to be notified when I post new amazing videos like this. Share my videos with your friends and anyone who you think might find this video helpful. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.